You guys should feel sorry for this drama, girl, because it appears that the iconic Beck with the nice hair was just discovered by the streets. You won't believe it, but it is said that there are several. It has been rumored by Becky that our man Jay-Z has a giant list of mistresses and has been slanging that thing all over Hollywood. The bizarre aspect of this is that some of the girlfriends are well-known celebrities that we are familiar with, and it appears that Becky, who has nice hair, has been right in front of us the entire time. Based on what the streets are saying, this one is a hot tea. Since you are aware that the Beehive doesn't play about Beyoncé, these women are extremely terrified of being exposed for having an affair. So who are these women? And why in the world did Beyoncé spend so much time with a cheating man? Let's get this straight. Unless you have been hiding for a few years, you have probably already heard the rumors that Jay-Z cheated on Beyoncé. But it's not exactly a rumor, because both Jay-Z and Beyoncé have acknowledged that he did cheat and that they resolved their differences. Jay-Z acknowledged cheating on Beyoncé in his song Family Feud, where he concluded, "Yeah, I'll fuck a good thing if you let me. Let me alone, Becky. A man who doesn't take care of his family can't be rich." Beyoncé never revealed Becky's identity, as is customary, but her admirers have long thought that the real Becky was actually fashion designer Rachel Roy, the ex-wife of co-founder Damon Dash of Rockefeller Records. It was not surprising that the fans and media searched for her as the possible culprit behind the elevator incident because she persistently flirted with Jay at the 2014 Met Gala after party. It appears that fans may owe Rachel an apology because, according to a new blind item, Becky had several women. The majority of them were celebrities, with the good hair Beyoncé sang about on Sorry. The blind item said, "The woman he really wanted." Superstar Beyoncé has always found it most difficult to accept the reality that she secretly understands that she was never his first pick. According to insiders, the husband had a long-term crush on the late R&B singer Aaliyah, and he pursued her vigorously before her tragic death. In fact, many people think that if the singer had been alive, she would have been standing next to the rap artist, not the superstar. The wife is aware of this and is consumed by it. However, it didn't end there. There was also the seductive singer Palace, with whom the husband was allegedly grave. The wife has always suspected that the relationship continued even after they were together, despite never having an official relationship. When the young pop star Rihanna signed to her husband's label, the chemistry between the two was undeniable, and insiders claimed the wife knew something was going on behind her back. There were too many late nights in the studio, too many rumors, and too many instances where her husband acted suspiciously. The wife confronted him multiple times, and each time he gaslighted her, making her feel crazy and insecure. There is concrete evidence that she has never been able to shake the feeling that her husband still has a soft spot for the singer, even though she has never publicly addressed it. However, she was correct. It went on. Then came the unsettling incidents that made the wife's stomach turn. The husband allegedly pursued two younger girls early in their careers, R&B singer Maya and rapper Foxy Brown, who was barely a teenager when the husband allegedly started showing interest in her. The wife is aware of both and has always known about them. Although it made her sick to her stomach, it wasn't enough to force her to leave, because by that point, her mother had. I've already persuaded her that leaving would destroy her job and her family's child. Since everything is so crazy, allow me to explain it to you all so you can see how terrible things are. Beginning with Aaliyah. It is commonly known that Jay-Z was obsessed with Aaliyah. and that he loved her so much that he ruined his friendship and relationship with Dash and Dame because Aaliyah chose Dame over him. There were numerous men interested in her, including Jay-Z and Din. And while knowing they were vying for the same woman, neither of them was afraid to approach her.
To each other. It's a long story.
So you and Jay was both getting at Aaliyah. Obviously,
everybody was getting at Aaliyah, bro.
Right.
She was like, you know, she'll go to dinner with her, but she wasn't going to just be smashing. So that was like
Jay-Z did not approve of Aaliyah's increased attention to Damon over time.
4th of July, so for some reason, this day...
Wait a minute, you, Jay, and Aaliyah ended up in the same house?
Yeah.
Things truly changed when Aaliyah ultimately made the decision, even though everyone knows Jay-Z despises losing. Although Dame didn't explicitly tell Jay-Z that he was the one who closed the deal, Jay didn't require an admission because everything happened at a 4th of July celebration that they were all at.
So, you know, this is going to be hard for me. Because he was throwing, because his friends were laughing at him.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
I might have a f***ed up question since we're talking about Aaliyah, and ignore me if it's too much, but do you have any opinion on the R. Kelly situation? Do you think he got railroaded or?
Dame also disclosed that because he was so angry, he knew Jay-Z would make things difficult.
I might have a f***ed up question since we're talking about Aaliyah, and ignore me if it's too much, but do you have any opinion on the R. Kelly situation? Do you think he got railroaded or he's where he belongs?
As a form of petty retaliation for Din getting the girl of his dreams, Jay-Z sold Rockefeller Records out from under him. To be fair, his obsession with Aaliyah predated his relationship with Beyoncé, but Aaliyah was the one who abandoned him. According to the Blind Item, Beyoncé allegedly knows this and has lived her life knowing that she is number 2 to her husband, and he would have pursued Aaliyah if she were still alive, which is just crazy. Now, let's talk about Kais. This particular tea is so low-key that many people don't even know what happened. But there were rumors back in the day that Callis and Jay-Z had a relationship. Of course, this was before she started dating Nas, but they reportedly kept things low-key. However, based on the Blind Item, it seems like Jay-Z kept K on the side when he started dating Beyoncé, which would explain why K became angry with Beyoncé when B sampled her song Milkshake on her Renaissance album. Not to mention the Rihanna rumors, which were rampant in the late 2000s and early 2010s. But Rihanna consistently denied the rumors, stating that their relationship was solely professional and focused on music. Her publicist at the time even took responsibility for spreading the false information, saying he did it to advance Rihanna's career. He said, "The PR stunt that I did was out of pure desperate efforts to assist in breaking. I'm embarrassed that I'm even discussing this. I just want to put this rumor to rest once and for all." However, according to Jaguar Wright, not only did the affair actually occur, but she also claimed that Jay-Z allegedly pimped Rihanna out. "I was reckless and didn't think it was going to work. I was just throwing spaghetti at the wall to see what was thick. I had no idea it would be such a big story."
And he gave her the heartbeat that she gave to Chris Brown. And that first night, when he had that outbreak and he busted in his house and said, "Where the f is this dirty?" I can't fault him for that. He had this is beautiful. Oh, wonderful. Chris Brown, she didn't ruin him. She ruined him at 19 years old. He's got the Jay-Z hurt. Rihanna ain't innocent. Cause she was in there giving that nigga in the coat closet when Chris Brown came and he said, "Bitch, always f***ing something."
However, It turns out that Jay-Z was not the only artist he signed that he moved on with, because he also allegedly dated Foxy Brown. This was before Beyoncé, but Foxy was only 14 or 15 at the time, and Jay-Z was in his 20s. This makes the story even more unsettling than the others, because back in the day, Foxy Brown met Jay-Z as she was just starting out in the industry. They collaborated on a few hits that became popular, and from the outside, it appeared that they had a strong friendship. At least that's how it appeared. But in retrospect, there were undoubtedly some red flags in their dynamic, even in the 1990s. Let's not forget those discussions about unsuitable relationships. Weren't as prevalent back then as they are now. And this is where things start to become awkward, since the songs they collaborated on and the lyrics they wrote were far too mature for someone. How did Foxy and Jay-Z go from being a dynamic duo in the studio to him allegedly putting obstacles in her career? The streets claimed that their relationship wasn't just about making hits. It allegedly went way beyond music. As a teenager, Foxy's age, Jay-Z was writing her verses that had no business coming from a teenager. Looking back, their relationship doesn't seem as innocent as it may have appeared. Evening studio sessions, they allegedly had a little something going on behind the scenes. Word was that Foxy's first partner was Jay-Z, and let's not forget that she was still young while he was approaching 30. It was well known in the industry that Jay was acting as a sugar daddy, going on her shopping sprees, paying for her glitzy expenses, and making sure she stayed looking nice. To make matters worse, industry insiders even claimed that Jay-Z gave Foxy an STD during their brief engagement.
Y'all should go back and talk to all of the niggas that she slept with in Philly when she was in Philly. She burned every last one of them. She sent more to the clinic than...
Currently, Foxy has consistently disputed the accusations, as seen by her quote, "The atrociousness of this story sickened me to my stomach." Furthermore, in all of my years working in the music business, these are the most repulsive and demeaning accusations I have ever encountered. This false narrative, which lacks any written or audiovisual interviews, was obviously created with malicious intent. Even though she denied it, the affair was somewhat of an open secret. For instance, when Nick Cannon tried to question Jay-Z's ex-friend Damon Dash for answers, Damon evaded the question like a pro. Jay has only been wonderful to me and my family and a great friend throughout the years I've known him. We had nothing but great success as a team.
It seems like you got a question for Jay. Ask him. Don't ask me his question. I'm not taking it.
Okay.
Y'all can keep asking me questions.
We're moving on.
Y'all keep asking me questions y'all want to ask him, because he ain't here. Ask him. I ain't to do with that, and I don't even know nothing.
Amid the accusations and the numerous romances, child, it's quite wonderful that Beyoncé has remained sane throughout all of this drama. If the rumors are accurate, and he is still allegedly cheating, he had better hope he doesn't end up stuck in the elevator with Solange, because we've all seen the damage she can cause. Nevertheless, please share your thoughts in the comments section below, and then watch this next video.